Great best man speeches, well done. Lots of drinking involved, that's great. Okay, and before the cake cutting ceremony, may I introduce to you Dad?
Difficult to follow that, eh?
Very easy, surely.
Firstly, I'd like to say a few thank yous on a more serious note. I'd like to thank Nina and Bourn for organising all this. I was far away and unable to take active part in it, though I would have loved to. But they've organised everything and it's all turning out good. I wanted to welcome you to Glastonbury. Sorry, I wanted to welcome you. I wanted to welcome you to Cambridge today.
You're on stage later.
We had to make 2 trips to B&Q this morning, so that we could play stepping stones in the air. Otherwise nobody would have been able to enter this. I'd like to thank Jamie's parents. If you're wondering what I'm thanking them about, I'm thanking them for making the man who loves my daughter so much. I've seen Nina and Jamie together and they make an absolute perfect couple. I'd like to thank Jamie's friends. I think one of them was the best man here. But he has many best men around him. I know how much he is loved by his friends, and that shows by the mood that we have in this marquee this evening. And for Nina's friends, the oldest friend she has here, well, the oldest friend meaning the oldest friend chronologically is Rachel.
Where are you?
Where are you, Rachel?
Rachel!
Rachel! Where's Rachel? Stand up! When I moved to London, Nina was 4.5 and Rachel was 4.5. And they met at Herne Hill School. And the way they ran around hand in hand with the same style pigtails, everybody thought they were twins. And today when I saw them both coming up to the church door from the coach, Rachel's big smile and Nina's smile was exactly the same as it was when they were 4 years old. I'd also like to thank Jamie's aunt and cousin who've come all the way from Canada. Not quite as far as Mauritius. Australia!
Come on, mate.
Went to school.
Yes.
To Australia.
I'm interested. I thought about that.
And in fact, he came all the way from Australia to catch the bouquet.
I did.
So, all of you are invited to his wedding next year. Nina has been an independent person. Nina has been an independent person from the age of 6 months. Even at that age, she could tell Jay off. All our friends who knew us said, Jay's so quiet. I said, Nina doesn't give him a chance. Anybody coming home at any time, there was Nina, and Jay would sit quietly and say, yeah.
Yes.
I think we lived in the house in Caxton, which is just down the road from here. If you go up this outer Bourn, turn left, and it's called Bourn. It's called Caxton Road at this end. It's called Bourn Road at the other. We lived down there. And there were a few plum trees in the garden. The plum trees. I stopped to actually look at the house because the plum trees have grown. At that time, the plum trees were only this high, and the plums used to hang really low. And I remember her crawling to the plum trees, grabbing a branch and eating plums. And she kept saying, I want my middle name to be Victoria. A few years later, I moved to Brighton and had to take the train from Brighton to Victoria. And I thought, I can't name her after a railway station. She wanted to be Victoria Plum for years. When I came to Bourn here to work with Patrick Step at the clinic, Nina was -4 months. Sorry, minus 3 months. Her mother was 6 months pregnant with Nina. So Nina was born in Cambridge, and they used to, at one stage or another, every time I did my ward runs, either Jay would come with me on Saturday morning or Nina. And I think one morning I went into work. One of the nurses said to me, did Nina have jam with her breakfast this morning? I said, yes, why do you ask? They said, there's a handprint of jam on your trousers. Because she never let me leave home without grabbing me. That's daughters for you. Jay has been her protector. Jay has been her silent support.
Good, Jay.
Jay has been her escort over the years and constant for her.
Yeah! Good.
This relationship is unbelievable. Thank you, Jay, for looking after me all these years. And then Nina met Jamie. The world changed. Suddenly, nobody heard from Nina again. Everything in her life revolved around Jamie. There she was. Are you coming home this weekend? Oh, I think I have a class. Nina graduates. Jamie's 1 year behind. I didn't know this at the time. She says, Dad, I know you've been looking after me all these years with the education, all this. But do you really mind it? Can I do it? Can I do a master's? So I can have another year in Leeds. Secret agenda. Jamie's qualifying next year. I knew it, but she didn't know I knew it. I said, yes, I have never said no to education. And of course you can do your master's. When they finished the master's, she says, Jamie and I decided we're going to Australia for a year. I said, do you think you should get married before? I'm an old-fashioned guy. She said, I haven't lived with him long enough. I don't know him well enough. And when I spoke to my sister in California and said, you know, Nina is going to travel to Australia for a year with Jamie, and I'm a bit old-fashioned, and I thought, why don't you guys get married before you go? She said, if they survive a year together traveling in Australia, then you have no worries.
Hey.
travel they did, and come back together they did. More in love, more supportive, more caring for each other than ever before. I know that Mike has given some advices to a successful marriage, but I think when they asked a husband and wife, what do you, the way we all hooked on the internet and computers, they said, is a computer male or is it female? And the husband said, it's female. And the wife said, it's male. So, why do you say that? He said, the husband said, it's female, because if you ever make one mistake, it will remind you again and again. The wife said it's male, because the day you get one, you know, if you waited a bit longer, you could get a better model. Nina has waited 8 years. I said to Jamie last year, I said, it's taking long enough to propose. But she knew she would never get a better model. So she waited. Finally, I'd like to say to Nina, my advice to you for a happy marriage: always say yes.